Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of the Shrek Through. We are in a campsite right now, and we're going camping for noobs, basically. We're going to be shooting some dudes with spells. That's not a new concept for us in this Let's Play, is it? But we're going to be doing it with more spiders. That's going to be where we're going. So if you are at all someone who has slightly arachnophobic tendencies, you may not want to watch this episode. And maybe you want to skip like about 2 episodes into the future. That might be about right. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. First of all, I want to kind of survey the landscape here, and hopefully I don't get scythed up from the back. I just wanted to see what was going on down there. Because I've been around this area a bunch of times, and I didn't really notice that weird box sitting up on top of there, but I don't think that's actually anything. It just looks like something. Anyway, that's kind of the Dark Souls 2 story in a nutshell. That right there is a shard, and I want it. But we gotta fight a boss before we can get there. Big surprise, right? Gotta go someplace, gotta fight a boss. Gotta go right now. So there's some boulders. Gotta watch out for those. Those guys are gonna push them on me. Just make sure to trigger them first. There's some dudes. You gotta fight through them. They have weird janky animations from long distance at times. And then over here, those are some weird like mutant pig demons that we might want to investigate or hang out with. Probably shoot with spells. That's kind of the way we go. Actually, before we get any further, I think I might want to swap out... You know what? No, I'll leave it. For the sake of utility, I think it's probably more useful to leave it, because, I have plenty of soul arrows. I don't really need to go above and beyond. Oh, that guy's strong. Alright, why don't we see if this sword does anything to him? What do you say? Alright, it's not great, but it seems to work. These guys are being surprisingly passive. Usually they're right up in my face. In fact, they usually tend to pile up together. And I haven't even seen the farmers yet, which is making me a little bit confused and worried. I'm gonna just assume they're probably setting up some kind of an ambush for me right now, so we'll walk right into that trap in just a minute or two. I have so many swipes. I guess because I have no like weight, I'm using very little stamina. So here we go. This is the guy I was after. There's actually a number of these dudes. They have dark-powered weapons, and in this case, using swords on them is probably the best deal, just because I don't really have a good way to get distance from them. They run really fast, and they tend to follow me pretty well. It's peasant trousers we just picked up. When they're still at a distance, maybe I could consider, non-sword behaviors, but we'll see. Titanite shard. There's a dude up there. Why don't we try shooting him with a spell? See how much this even does for damage. This is going to go right over his head. And that's going to not do anything. One more would probably break the whole structure. Oh no, we hit him in the head and actually did a bunch of damage. Second one missed, though. He's going to jump down. Yep, and then that spell's going to miss him exactly. And he's going to probably run over here any moment now. Yeah, there he is. Alright, come on, bring it. Bring it on. And done. Alright, so the item right up top there, I might want to trigger that. And there's also this guy over here. And what happened to the ones that hung out in the tents? I thought there was actually some of that going on. Just wanted to see what this item was. Lacerating arrows. Alright, well. Cool item, but probably not going to be too beneficial for me since I have spells anyway. A little bit more stamina actually would have been able to finish him off, I think. Maybe I should get a few more points in endurance at some point, just so I have that. And let's see what all these items are. So we got a soul of a nameless soldier, another soul of a nameless soldier, large soul of a proud knight, and soul of a nameless. So this guy's mining for soul items, apparently. If you dig into these walls, eventually you'll find soul items, it looks like. Oh, there's another one. I think this is one of the guys from the tents that I was expecting to come out. Oh, there's the other one. Alright, so this is... Normally, they all show up at the same moment for me. At least that's been my experience in the past. Let's just tap him one more time, finish that off. Alright. A little bit of dark damage, not good. But also not the end of the world either. Oh, that's gonna hit. Get my stamina back a little. There we go. And I do want to go ahead and see if I can fall in that well, because that's actually going to get me around the corner into this little weird dilapidated house here. This is some kind of chest or something, I have a feeling. There's, yeah, there it is. So in order to get in there, we just got to go up this little conveniently placed hill. It's quite incredible how frequently they put things in very similar positions and places, so it just makes you pretty easy to just roll right over. Holy water urn. Okay, I guess that's like a holy water consumable grenade type thing. How they, there's the various little magic urns that we can use. That's just another type of those. Already know this one isn't a mimic, so we're pretty much good to go on that. Human effigies times 5. Alright, that's probably one of the more substantial human effigy locations. Oh, I forgot, I can't go back this way. Gotta actually use a little ramp that they've pleasantly provided for us to get out. Isn't that lovely? They're just thinking of all of our needs when they make things like that, and I really do appreciate it very much. So now that we're here, I probably don't need to fight those guys again. We got all the items. For the rest of the bonfire, we can basically just run down the hill and see how much we can do in terms of progress, because this is actually where we're headed. Let's make sure nobody's following me first, because sometimes that happens. Really not sure what's up with the triggering on the dudes around here, but I've had them just show up when I was just standing still by the bonfire. I've walked away from my game and come back to them just beating on me. And that is no fun. Nobody likes that. Well, maybe somebody likes that, but not me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just not into zombies beating it on me. Alright, so this guy is not going to be able to be crushed by his boulder. The other one, however, is. I want to make sure you take care of those first because they will land on you. Their timing is impeccable. It's almost like they were designed for me to walk under them. I'm not sure what that's about. We can handle fighting one of these dudes by himself. It's not that big of a deal. Of course, I can't walk up that slight incline for whatever reason, but, you know, Dark Souls logic, I guess. And two more taps. Nope. No dice. Alright, we're gonna have to wait for him to get closer with Big Red, and there we go. Gives long-lasting freshness, if you didn't know. Kind of want to survey the land one more time. Also, I could probably shoot some spells down at some of these other guys. So, like, this is where we're going to end up. This is sort of like we're in Demon Ruins looking down at, like, the parts of Lost Izalith later, or, like, by the part where the Centipede Demon is. There's a similar amount of distance going on here, and some very blotchy-looking faraway textures. No biggie, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk a little bit over to the left, get a better angle, and then we're just going to start firing on these fools downstairs. What am I going to use? Probably want to save the good stuff for later. How about a heavy soul arrow? That's probably good enough. So there's 4 of them there, which is, you know, in and of itself not a huge problem. But if they all hit me all at the same time, well, then we might be in for a bit of a problem for sure. So we're just going to do what we can to thin out the numbers before we throw ourselves in. And then we're going to end up going into a little bit of an interior setting. And if we're lucky, we'll get through that alive. Oh, went over his head. And I'll just use one little soul arrow to get that last guy. Alright, and I'll also miss a whole bunch of times too, because, you know, they keep wanting to move the exact time I shoot. Oh, nailed him in the head. Brilliant. Went between his legs. That one just missed, because why not? Oh my god, this is a travesty. Alright, can we shoot anyone here? I just want a little dot or something. Can I get an ACOG scope for this frickin' thing? Please. Every time he moves is right after I shot, and then it just does not connect. Alright, one shot for him. Thank goodness. Alright, we can handle this last guy. Don't necessarily need to get too involved now. And he's... alright, he knows we're here. Good job defending your homeland, bro. Oh, he has problems with these steps. This is the last time I was here, the same thing happened, actually. So I guess there's some weird, iffy collision with these rocks that seem to be intersected with the ground. Actually, you can see it. The textures seem to maybe be flickering a little bit. I bet if I zoom in, they won't still do that, though, right? Oh, no, they do every time the screen refreshes, I guess. And it's kind of hard to tell because the game has, like, a weird depth of field effect for the binoculars just to make it a little bit blurry, to simulate the idea of binoculars, I guess. I don't know, I've looked through binoculars before. They never seem so blurry like that, but whatever. Dark Souls binoculars. It was like lost technology for them, right? So, now we're going to do the same thing over here, only we're just going to try and aggro one at a time if we can. Although I think the second group comes all at the same time, maybe? Let's go grab this, see if this triggers all of the other guys. Probably will. No? Alright, then it doesn't, surprisingly enough. Was I getting headshots before? Because they seem like they were dying kind of easily, opposed to last time. And we'll just save the soul arrows. Come at me. Let's do this dance again. Oh my god, he hit me! Also, I didn't switch to my sword, which is kind of a silly move on my part. Not sure what my plan was there. I was gonna maybe run up and smack him with the staff, maybe. Oh well. Too late. Oh yeah, I still haven't gotten to see if I had another Estus shard that I could have probably put in. Well, I'm going to have two in a second if I do have one. Let's see. So we got to go in this little spider room here. This is what I was mentioning. Kind of a creepy area. In terms of geometry, very, very sparse in here. There's not a whole lot going on at all. It just looks like a big empty nest of nothingness. There's really, you know, just some bones on the ground and some holes in all the walls. It's a little ominous, I guess. But I'm not sure why these spiders have such well-defined wall holes that they need to crawl out of. I mean, they're certainly big, but they're not quite that big. And how are we going to fight these guys? I guess we still want to deal with spells on this particular occasion. I could probably just run right by them all, but I kind of don't want to, because if I try to go the place that is a little bit of a secret, I'm just going to get myself into trouble, and I'm not really up for that right now. Can shoot this guy while he's still in the hole, right? Yeah, there we go. They're not super, super powerful, but they do enough damage that it's going to be a problem if I start getting too many of them stacking up on top of me. Oh my god, this corner freaking turns, right? Yeah, we'll just zoom in and out over and over again. That'll make it a lot easier for you guys to watch the Let's Play. I build these kind of ergonomics right into my gameplay systems when I'm trying to design the most optimal viewing scenarios for you guys, so, you know, I do it all with you in mind. And we've got a couple spiders left. I think I should probably use my sword to finish these off, just because if I find... Yep, there we go. If I find myself out of soul arrows on the next area, we're going to be in a bit of a problem. There's a bonfire, but it's not terribly far away, but there is a boss in between me and it. It's not, hopefully, the hardest boss I've ever fought. But on the other hand, if I don't do things perfectly, I'm going to end up in a world of hurt, because there's a lot of things attacking me all at once. Oh god, forgot about that. Some kind of time bomb or something. I don't like it at all. What even is that? It went away. I guess it's just supposed to look scary. It's the world of Richard's scary. I think we can go through here. And then there's the fog wall. Before we go, though, I think we want to use this wall right here. This is going to open us up and get us to where we want to be. Like Discover Card. It's everywhere you want to be. This Let's Play brought to you by Discover Card. It's not actually. I'm not sponsored by anyone, except for myself and my YouTube network, I suppose, if that counts as a sponsorship. I don't know that it really does, though. Anyway, I guess we will go give that a shot. 10,000 souls makes it kind of feel a little iffy whether or not I should go back and teleport to Majula again and spend them. But what would that be at this point? Like a level and a half? I don't actually remember where we left off. I'm going to crush a life gem real quick. And let's make up a plan here before we get involved. Homing soul mass is probably going to be useful in this particular situation. So I think I'm going to set one of those up. And when I walk in, hopefully it'll go attack the dudes that I need it to attack. That's, I think, how they work. They just sort of sit there, right? And then eventually... Oh, it despawns. That's fantastic. So no, it's not going to do that at all. And we're just going to get lightninged into oblivion right away. That's fantastic. Where do I want to run? There's nowhere here to run, really. Lightning. Oh, the fuse blocked the way. That's good news. And they're going to shoot more lightning at me if I don't get some spells off real quick. Dodge, please. Dodge, please. They're also going to heal each other and stuff, which I don't really want. What's in those jars? Is that like holy water or something? Not actually sure how that would help me at all. What's going on with my stamina? I can't seem to run half... Oh, I got to let it recharge before it'll let me run again. Yeah, right, get off your cycle of attacks. I like that, if you would. Prowling Mega. So we've got, I mean, there's the main dude, and then there's, like, the supporting dudes, and all of them want to shoot lightning at me. But once I kill any of them, it makes everything kind of easier, and not much easier, obviously, because now we're trapped in this corner. But it does make things a little bit easier. Oh, my god. Estus, please. Do I have time to Estus, please? Okay. Alright, might as well... Oh, we got a shot off there. I just want to finish that last big guy. How am I going to do that, though? I don't know when they're going to decide to cast. Oh, he's going to do his scream attack. That's not going to affect me very much. Alright, one down. I would love to pop a life gem here if we could work that into the regimen. Alright, there we go. Dodge. Oh, I didn't even dodge in time, but that's alright. If we could get the soul mass in one more time, that would be pretty useful as well. Soul arrow. All it's going to take is a little bit of me standing still for too long, and these guys are all going to bulk up on me and show up in the same spot. Whatever this hits, I don't care. Yeah, as long as it hits something. It just means I don't have to stop and aim. Dodge. If we could actually hit some of the little guys, that would be pretty useful as well. This is such a garbage spell for me right now. This is not helping at all. Oh my god. Just somebody bite the big one for me, please. I'm gonna have to Estus one more time. This is gonna be make or break. If I get this Estus off, I'll probably live. Oh, I got it off. Fantastic. Alright, let's just run up and smack this guy with my sword once. Oh, they're healing. Everybody's healed. Fantastic again. Alright, back off, back off. Tell me what you want to do now. Breathe in, now breathe out. Hands up and hands down. Oh, they're gonna heal again. You guys really want to be a pain in my butt, don't you? Everybody's healed. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually focus down the little guys, I think, before I can fight. Oh no, they're just gonna keep bringing them back to life, so I can't actually do that at all. I'm sorry for the spinning that you don't want to see anymore, I'm sure. Get out. I gotta run in, do a couple of hits, run away, and he's gonna heal again? Is he really that obsessed with heals? Oh, no, please stop attacking the wrong guys. That's really making life a lot harder for me when you do that. Maybe I should just not use lock-on at all. Get kind of used to using it, though. Lightning, please. Can't believe how long this is taking me. This is not the type of fight that would normally take very long at all. I just can't seem to find the right positioning. Why did I not dodge through that? I just need to kill something, like anything at all. Please. Oh my god, the lightning hit me again, and I'm out of Estus, and I'm dead. That was really not fortuitous at all. But, on the upside, and this is a small upside, but I'm going to go back to Majula, and I'm going to go ahead and use... Oh, wait, do I want to go back to Majula, or do I want to go back and get the souls, then Homeward Bone out, but then by the time I get the souls, I would have gotten more souls? Ah, my brain's going to explode. We're going to go to Majula, and we're going to go see what's up with that shard. Of course, only Majula can handle dealing with shards for whatever reason. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's the Emerald Herald, I guess, but still. Oh, man, I thought that was going to hopefully go pretty smoothly. But all of my spells do no damage, which is really frustrating. Do I have any Titanite chunks? I should probably go and look into that.
To see light.
Yeah, you want to help me out? I could really use some help upgrading my Estus Flask. Thank you. And let's see if I have a second one after that. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad we could take a time to do that for a long while. There we go. So there's 2 Estus shards. Oh, I wonder how many angry comments I got before I decided to actually go ahead and do that. Yeah, alright. Just making sure I didn't have 3 for some silly reason. And let's also see what our situation is with the Titanite chunk that I was looking for. It's faster for me to actually go to reinforce and see if the thing is not red. Or actually, it's going to be red one way or the other here, but I'm basically just going to look and see if it's on this list. Where the hell is it? So many items. I got to start using... Yeah, I don't have a chunk. I got to start using my item box so I actually can see what I'm doing when I have to manage my inventory. It's really the only reason that thing seems to exist, is just to give you some space to look. So back to the campsite we go, and we will run back over. Same routine again. Not sure if I really have much of anything to make that boss fight go better other than have more health. I could maybe consider just doing more melee damage. But I was going to say maybe power up my sword, but it's already got flame damage on it, so there's not really much more I could do in that regard. I guess we'll just go ahead and hope for the best. Do the same routine again. Oh, that is a sword. Please, just... Yeah, alright, that's what we want. Get the second boulder out, too. Don't remember what happens if you don't bother fighting the guy up top. Will he come chasing after me? Probably would. But then I can't really take advantage and exploit these guys, right? Because they can't stand up there. So I have to, like, shoot them from over here and kite them over to me. Oh, that actually works pretty well. Can I reach those ones all the way over there? Oh, I can. And I can maybe just fight the 2 that are left and not even have to deal with the other dude. One more. Okay. See what the fastest way is. I haven't, like, min-maxed the routes through this area, really. Oh, that's not a shield. Still not a shield, and I'm off the ledge. Yeah, for some reason, this area is just out of bounds, so if you fall down here, the game just kills you. It's definitely not further than I've fallen in other sections of the game, which I find rather frustrating. It's one of those situations where you make some rules and then they're immediately not consistent. I hate when that happens in games in general, so, like, why? I mean, that and invisible walls and geometry that doesn't actually make sense, or things that have holes in them, all of those things add up to be rather frustrating for me. Alright, let's go through here. And we'll just attempt that one more time. Sucks that we just lost 10,000 souls for absolutely no reason. Well, I mean, there was a reason, but it was a real bad reason. This guy dies every time. And the other one just, like, doesn't get in the way of the boulder for some reason. There we go. It'd be sweet if I could maybe time this so I, like, aggro these guys and then they come charging at me. Oh, great. Spell stopped exactly in front of him. But yeah, I could use the boulders to potentially attack some of these. And maybe make this even a little bit faster than it is already. I could probably just run by them, but I'm just going to get cornered in the spider cave, and nobody wants that. Sounds vaguely sexual, doesn't it? Let's just run by them, actually. Let's see what happens. What do we really have to lose, right? The door's open. As long as these guys don't just gang up on me at the same time. I should probably put my shield up, right? Also, would the shield do anything against the lightning damage? I think I wasn't using that. So now we're just going to charge through the spider brigade, I hope. They're usually not waiting for me in this room. Usually they're still tucked away in their little hidey holes, but maybe they can sense that you're using lion strats, and their spider senses tingle. You know, as spiders' senses will. But now we've got 8 Estus Flasks. That's pretty cool, right? Never had 8 Estus Flasks yet in this Let's Play. Let's switch to our sword and just... Oh, we get a backstab on him. That's kind of cool, I guess. Well, it would be cool normally, but, like, this guy is going to still gang up on me. And they're all going to heal each other, so it's kind of whatever, right? Do they resurrect their dead once? Oh, God, that scream hurts. Don't get lightninged. Please. Heal. That was remarkably generous of the game to let me have all that time. Oh, that's a slow-moving shadow mass of some kind. Yeah, just going to scream again. I've noticed so many bosses have the scream attack. Have I mentioned this before? Oh, that does a lot of damage. Actually, I guess they're kind of vulnerable to fire or something. Kind of makes sense, being that they're undead. Undead fire, you know, and set fire to the corpses is how you dispose of them or something. Do they also heal this dude, I wonder? Oh, weird timing. Okay, get out. We're gonna get lightninged real bad. Heal. Hope there's not a shadow mass incoming. These two dudes, the white cleric type guys, they seem to be way harder just to deal with because of the freaking piles of enemies everywhere. If I had better crowd control or something that could hit multiple dudes at the same time, that would really help a lot. Also really scummy how I can't just take one of those homing soul masses through the door with me. Like, I get that, like, you want to prevent me from having any advantages ever in this game, but, like, come on. I'm not even wearing any armor, give me a break. Okay, that's gonna hit me for sure. Lightning probably hit me on the wake up. Nope, actually dodged out of that. Oh, I like where they... Oh, well, I don't anymore. I liked where they were standing for a second, but he's, like, really right on top of the time... Oh, God, that's death. Yeah, he was right on top of the timing for those... the scream and then the lightnings, they actually have them pretty well in tandem, in sequence now. So I guess we will tuck our tail between our legs and retreat for today. Not that this means I can't beat this boss by any means. It's only been 2 attempts, but still... don't really have a good strategy other than run around like a crazy person and hope I get some shots in somewhere along the line. When we get down to the part where there's just dudes everywhere and I can't stop to hit anything, that's pretty frustrating. But I'll work on it. I'll think of something, and perhaps next time things will go more smoothly. Hard to say, but anyway, we're all in it to win it. Gotta risk it for the biscuit and all that good stuff. So let me know if you're still enjoying the series. As always, consider leaving a like to show your support if you're still into what you're seeing, and what you're seeing right now is an undead Shrek torso. But yeah, thank you for watching. As always, I will be back with another one real soon, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Talk to you later.